Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I Jah Rastafari. Light of I world, light of I life. Yes, greetings. Let the words from my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in I sight, O Jah. Greetings once and once. Yes, this word Sonia is in relation to a recent event surrounding Jamaica's heritage celebration, and the state of Jamaica invite His Majesty's grandson, His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I Jah Rastafari grandson, to Jamaica. Now, ever since the elders them declare Rastafari and the glory of the King and extol the King and declare the divinity of the King from in the 30s, 1930s, Leonard Howell, Archibald Dunkley, Robert Hines, Hibbert. Now, these elders, out of sovereign mind, sovereign thinking, sovereign authority, declare the King. And ever since that time until this present moment, the Jamaica state, Jamaica government is on a relentless quest to destroy Rastafari, or try destroy Rastafari, because they have not the power. But anyway, they endlessly always are try. Them invite His Majesty in 66 to come to Jamaica, to come denounce the Rastafari. And when they bring the argument to the King response was, who am I to deny them of their faith? Not only did the King said that, the King turned around and invite Rastafari in a state visit celebration. Yeah, and have the Rasta them with the state of round pan and rub shoulders with people who, if the King never endorsed Rastafari, them all kill all Rastafari. Rastafari couldn't pass all King's house gate or the Governor General. You see it? No. That are in 1966 and the King endorsed Rastafari. The King becomes the savior of Rastafari, because in them space and time there, enough persecution Rastafari did that face of Jamaica. You know what I mean? And we just 3 years out of the Coral Garden massacre there too. So you know, so Jamaica not like Rasta. And Jamaica still not like Rasta. No matter what Rasta do for Jamaica. But anyway, them try that with the King. And the King diplomatically deal with it and endorse Rastafari. In 1987, another one, the King grandson again named Darwin McConnell, forward in Jamaica. And when the King, when the Prince forward in now, the state again, via a reporter, posed the question to the King, the Prince. Here, remember read it. Here the reporter to the Prince. What do you have to say about the belief that the Emperor is the Christ? The Prince responded, there is nothing wrong with that. The white man said Jesus Christ is white, blue eyes, and blonde hair. The black man said, it's Emperor Haile Selassie I don't see anything wrong with that. Hear the reporter again. But on what this belief is based on? On the Bible, the King, the Prince respond. Reporter, on what is this belief based? The King again. On what is this belief based? The King said, the Prince said, you did not hear what I said before. Alright, let me repeat it for you. That the Emperor is the Christ, in the same way the white man see Jesus as the Christ, the Son of God. The same way the black man sees Selassie. Yes, the first one who crowns himself King of Kings, emperor, conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. It is said in the Bible that he will be a king of kings and will get freedom for those who are in chains. So that why not? Emperor Haile Selassie did the same thing. He did free the slaves in Ethiopia. He was the first emperor to speak out about slavery in the whole world. I don't see anything wrong with that. And that is mean I and I see the king as the returned Christ or the Most High Jah. No. Another reporter jump on it now. Some people will call the talk programs, say you are blasphemous. The prince reply again. I could say the same thing to them. So this was in 1987. A JBC reporter a question David McConnell. Now, leap forward now in a 2022 year, in a recent Jamaica heritage celebration, the state invite another grandson of the king now, and if his name is Ermias Sali Selassie. Now the same grandson here now, an interview run by the sister running Africa named Kabu, and Kabu posed the said question to him now. Kabu, this is how Kabu said to him. Are you Rastafari? No, I am a devout Christian. I'm a devout Christian. That was his reply. Now, Kabu, when you say myth from reality, when you say myth from reality, what do you mean? Well, I believe His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie was a devout Christian. Of course, did not believe himself to be a god. He was humble human being with his limitations like every other human beings, that he tried his best to uphold the Judeo-Christian culture from which he is from. Kabu. So Kabu respond now. Rastafari might be a bit disappointed with the statement you made just now regarding His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie and not regarded himself as a god. How do you respond to this? Because this is going to be very disappointing to Rastafari this morning. This has been a discussion if we are going to stand on truth, firm ground, firm ground of identity. We are going to educate the people, both Rastafari and their proponents or supporters are going to stand on truth, right? It is a very clear fact. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie never considered himself a deity. This is impossible. He himself was raised and trained in his upbringing to talk about orthodoxy. Now, as the prince said, as Ermias said, talking truth. Now, this is film truth. Rastafari truth is I and I declare the king. And will be it Ermias or who else, Rastafari declare the king, and we declare the king and declare the king as I and I God. And that's it. We don't need no validation. However, now I'm going to call him Ermias Guska, because him right now come to Jamaica. The state bring him come to Jamaica. And him not have no diplomacy. See, him lack diplomacy because if he was have the king, like-minded as the king, he would have never come and fall and or rather yet support the state of Jamaica in denouncing Rastafari. Because with a statement that we might declare say the king is a dead. Rastafari don't care about that. So when him come now and endorse the state against Rastafari, especially in this recent anti-Rasta sentiment we are going to Jamaica here, the reignition. Now, as the king out of fame out in the interview, him declare how loyal Rastafari is in upholding the legacy of his imperial majesty. Out of fame out him said that. But yet at the same time him turn on and denounce. I try denounce Rastafari as if Rastafari need fame permission. Or even Andrea Cabo ask him them question there too. Them question then are necessary. The king they don't settle that from 1966. The king don't settle that from 1966. He said, who am I to deny them of their faith? And that not change from then to now. So Cabo know this too. So she shouldn't even ask him that question. But nonetheless, as a reporter, she asks the question because maybe she want to know his mindset. I'm glad she asked him the question. The reason why I'm glad she asked him the question, because the biblical minded Rasta them were probably through him related to the king. And therefore now at the Crown Council, yeah, as I was saying, I'm glad say Ermias Guska show him and declare. And the reason why I call him Ermias Guska is because in the time of His Majesty when I fight against the Italian them, there was this boy, Ethiopian boy named Haile Selassie Guska, who side with the Italians them against the king. And this is Ermias now, a side with the state of Jamaica against Rastafari. When he might declare and talk about say Rastafari, but it's a myth. I wonder if him realize that there's no myth about Rastafari. I wonder if him realize that it's because of the loyalty Rastafari have in declaring the king from 1930, from the 30s until now. And everywhere you go in the world, the whole earth know about the king. Through Rastafari declaring the king as the divine one. I wonder if him realize that it is because of this reason and only this reason alone, him even get the privilege why the Jamaica government and state could have used him now for come and I make him speech. Rastafari don't need your validation when I declares Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I Jah Rastafari without apology. We don't need your permission, Virgin. The only reason why Rastafari even get credence to you because you're in relation to the king. Rastafari don't need no more lineage. It stopped with Emperor Haile Selassie I. The book closed with the king. And I they say it there. And all the biblical Rastas them for know that too. Because yeah, you talk about so there is no unity in Rastafari. So what? I plan for come see how organized Rastafari is to utilize Rastafari in your quest for restore the monarchy so you can use Rastafari as cannon fodder. And that you depend. And that is the intention. These are the things that Rastafari for question. Because you come now with lack of diplomacy. Your grandfather used diplomacy. Your family, David Makonnen, used diplomacy. So why you lack diplomacy? That for sure you say, you're not cut from the cloth of your grandfather nor your cousin. So who are you? What is the intention? Instead of come at Jamaica with the anti-sentiment we are going to Jamaica against Rasta, them a kill off the Rasta them up a Bobo Hill. And them a cut off Rasta here with the little girl, the Nzinga King. And multiple other atrocities where the Jamaica government are endorsed against Rasta. You know, use your voice. Just like our Rastafari, loyal in declaring the king and defending Ethiopia too. Why you don't use your voice to come defend Rastafari instead of you come and cry denounce? Rastafari not ask you no one know if you think the king of God or not. Your truth is you're an Ethiopian and you're an Orthodox Christian. Continue being an Orthodox Christian. But don't come when you come in the arena of theology. You are no theologian, brethren. And if you never know if he's a theologian, you should know that God is personal. God is personal. And His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I Jah Rastafari, I and I God. Simply because I and I declare Him so. Out of a sovereign mind. We don't need your permission, brethren. Not at all. So, that are just my I and I word sound in relation to Prince Ermias Sali Selassie, aka Ermias Guska. Cause right now, you is just like Haile Selassie Guska. Or Guska, because I don't even want to put all the king name next to him too. Because I don't even know how him have all Haile Selassie. For them traitorous name Guska. Because you behave like that now, brethren. You behave like Guska. You go against Rastafari. You lack diplomacy. But then again, maybe you're arrogant too. And you feel like it's a Rasta nobody. Because I see him, I say Sizzler. I reel off him title and I present things to you. And after the man don't talk, the only thing you could have said, let the party begin. So that show a level of arrogancy again. But we know who you be. You come for organize Rasta, for use Rasta. As canon fodder. To support your quest for sit down on the king throne. But there is no throne for you, brethren. The only good thing you have going for you is that you have blood relation to the emperor. That's it. And if you measure you by how you move, you know, qualify for sit down on the throne. You are not qualified. That is I and I word sound in relation to you and your sound. You see it? And again to the Rasta family. A full time now I and I stop. Like we are seek validation and endorsement. We don't need no endorsement. A simple thing, you know, I and I declare the king. Without apology. We don't need nothing more than that, man. A simple thing. We have to be confident and firm in a I and I truth. As him say, firm in a I and I truth, I and I reality. The reality of I and I is that I and I declare Emperor Haile Selassie as I and I God. Without apology. And I dare say it's set. So, the Rastafari family is to come into this oneness. Rastafari is for the Ankh Nation gathering of the Ankh Nation family. Caribbean African unity. That is Rastafari. We are the gatherings. And we are going to gather from east, west, north, and south, diaspora, continent. I and I as Rastafari are going to restore the glory. In that regard, the oneness, one accord. One God is Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the first. One aim. Restore the African glory, return, reparation, repatriation, Africa, Ankh Nation Africa. Because I and I will forever declare Ankh Nation, the so-called Africa where the Greeks them call it and the rest of the world run with it. Ankh Nation, because we are the people who give life to the world. Ankh is the symbol of life, hence I and I's Ankh Nation people. The Rastafari Ankh Nation family. Yeah, man. So, I guess I and I go seal it up, you know. And we're going to say Rastafari, Jah Rastafari, without apology.